forex was popping. So I haven't made a video in a minute, but there's been a lot of good trades, man. A lot of good trades this week, a lot of good trades last week. Um, Still trade the same way where I wait for price to come up to a level, and then we have divergence, break a structure, lower high or higher low in the opposite case, and then a pullback into the level in the POI. I've been experimenting with the 1 minute entries instead of just the 5 minute. What I've seen from doing that is that there is a lot more entries than on the 5 minute only. But there's also a lot of times when there's a lot more stuff going on, a lot more confusion. So it works. It's just you kind of got to figure out which time frame is going to work for that specific time, for that specific trade. So price, as we can see right here, price is creating lower lows, lower highs at this specific time. Price came up to this level that have been rejected 1, 2, and then now about to be 3 times. So what we did is we just waited for the confirmation. We had divergence. This price was coming up here to here. This is going up. This is going down. And then we had price drop, pull back, fail to create a higher high. So that's a lower high right there. And then we had this previous level of structure that was broken by this. And then we have our level and our POI. So the exact setup looks like this. Break a structure and then our lower high, right? And we have our level and our POI. And that's the entire trade, right? You see price came right back up into it, tapped it, drops, okay? And now for the other one, this was the second tap on the same level of resistance. This was the third one. This was the second one. Price came up, did the exact same thing. We had divergence. This is going down. This is going up. We had a break of structure. We had multiple lower highs created, and then we had this level and POI created. Okay. And then that was the trade. And that's as simple as it is. And we had the same thing over here. We had this area down here, came down to a level. Price had divergence. This is going up, this is going down. We had a break of structure. We had higher low, and then we had this entire level created. Now, one thing that I've noticed on the 1 minute is that it's not really the same. When you have candles like these, it's not really the same as the 5 minute. There's not just one that stands out. It's like it could be all of these, because all of these candles right here, this last push down before the push up, on the 5 minute or higher, that's one big candle. So I've been kind of just using the wicks and everything of the last push down before the push up, and it works. And then that was it. That was the entire trade. And then the same thing, like having this one specific setup and use it every single time. Divergence, lower high, break a structure, level POI. It just is a complete game changer. Just doing the exact same thing every single time. It changes everything. So I mean, look at this one. This is how the week started off. Price had a huge drop, came back into this hidden supply, and then just waited for the reaction. You would have just set an alert and waited for it to get in there, and then check it when it got in there. And then once it got up in there, all you do is look at it. You're like, okay, well, what's up with this thing? You're like, all right, well, I see that price came up here. All right, well, now I want to know when it gets up here, because that will be when it creates divergence, if it's going to create divergence. So you set an alert. So then you get another alert when it comes up in there. You look at it, like, all right, there's divergence. Now I'm going to set an alert right here, right? I'm set an alert right here, because then that's when it's going to be the break of structure that I want to see. You look at it, bang, okay, now I got that break. You can see this lower high. Now I want price to break out of this and give me a retest. And then you have your POI created. You see that. And then you get your entry, you put your sell limit, and then that's that. And that's it. And that's how I've been trading. And it works really, really well. And it's really, really simplistic and really, really easy. The main thing is you got to be able to find the POIs, and you got to have the time when it gets there to be there and take the trade, but it really doesn't take that long. And alerts, um, having alerts are going to be what are the alerts at? Having alerts are going to be your best friend because they're going to save you a lot of time and they're going to help you get the trades, so you don't have to sit there and just watch it for hours and hours on end. So that's how I've been trading, man. That's it. OFX out.